Hey, I'm Maya from BelowFreezingBeauty, and today I want to show you a few products that I have been using to do a quick and easy spring, summer makeup, just basic face makeup. For me, lately I have not been feeling like I want to spend a lot of time doing full foundation and the brush and the whole deal and setting powders, and I just want something, it's beautiful outside, I want something that I can like slap on my face with my fingers and go. And Ulta has a couple of things been going on at Ulta. One is that it's been bonus points time, so as a platinum member I get like triple points on all my purchases, which is when I like to do all of my stocking up on things. And also Physicians Formula, which is a brand that I have not used a lot of in a long time, has been buy one get one 50% off, so I took the opportunity to try a few new things that I'm going to show you today. So most of what I'm going to be using is Physicians Formula. I should add too that some of what I'm going to use today is stuff that I've been using every day. Some of it is stuff from a new trip that I'm trying out for the first time. So there are a couple products that I'm going to use and I'm going to be able to actually show you how to use and recommend really strongly. And then there are, to be honest, a couple of experiments in here. So I am starting with freshly washed skin, and I'm going to begin with the Physicians Formula Argan Wear Illuminating Argan Oil. And what you might be thinking looking at this is, hey, that's a bottle full of glitter. You're not wrong. I looked at this and honestly bought it a little bit out of morbid curiosity, and looked at the ingredients and was expecting to see like a lot of sort of synthetic things mixed in, but it did appear to be largely made of argan oil. Obviously there's other stuff in there, including like a metric ass ton of gold glitter, and that's a science term is what it is. But I figured, you know, worst case scenario, I can use it on my hair. I don't mind having some micro glitter in my hair. So anyway, the directions here say to use about 3 drops. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and then pat it into the skin and let's see what happens. I can't really tell in the camera. Let's see. I mean, yeah. I don't know how illuminated I am, but certainly there's glitter all over my face. So there's that. Okay, the next product I'm going to use is one that I've been using a lot. This is what it looks like in the package. I love it. It's the Physicians Formula Super BB hashtag Insta-Ready Beauty Balm BB Cream. I think the hashtag Insta-Ready branding is hashtag give me a break, but and it also claims to have an insta filter technology, and there's science talk on the side. So is it designed for Instagram and, you know, selfies and hashtag I woke up like this? I guess, I don't know. I do know that it looks really good on my skin, and I am not, just for the record, not using a filter in this video. I'm not gonna say I don't ever put any filters on any videos that I make, because I'm super vain. So if it needs it, I will filter it. But today there's no filter. Hashtag no filter, hashtag Insta-Ready. So BB cream I like because you just put it on. I just put it on with my fingers, and that's really what I was looking for when I bought some BB creams for the summer. Something that I could put on really quickly and easily and not have to like deal with brushes and things like that. Effort, really minimal effort is what I was looking for. Now for me, usually even the lightest BB creams that are out there, for the most part, I can't wear in the winter because they're just like, because I'm super pale and I look like I'm trying to pass myself off as more tan than I am. So they're not a great choice for me in the winter, and I like to do a full coverage foundation in the winter anyway. But in the summer, when everyone's a little more tan at least, I can get away with using a light or light medium BB cream. So that's it. That's the BB cream on my face, and as you can see, like, it's pretty good. Like, I don't know how Insta-Ready it is, or I feel, but the coverage is nice. Like, you can still sort of see, at least I can, maybe you can't, like, I have freckles, you know, I can see them. Like, I can still see a little bit, like, you can clearly see, like, there's still bags under my eyes, but that's what concealer is for. but I feel like I still look like I have my actual face on, just with like a little less imperfect, which is the point, right? This, now I'm gonna try out for the first time, this is the concealer, the hashtag InstaReady concealer, which comes with a tiny little beauty blender. Okay, I finally managed to get some of my hashtag InstaReady concealer out of the bottle. It took a while to get the pump started. I'm just gonna use, I'm actually gonna pull out the mirror for this. I usually conceal, like, obviously if I have obvious blemishes, I'm gonna cover those, but for me, important areas are around the nose, where I probably honestly should have used this cushion thing because I have green right now and I could cover redness, and it didn't even occur to me. I'm a super good beauty blogger. So around the nose, and this, like, I don't know, it's very full coverage. It's like maybe a little warm for my skin tone in person. I don't know. What do you think? It's close, it's fine. You know, it's not the most perfect match concealer I have, but I don't know how wild I am about like a totally full coverage concealer with this. Like, I like to put concealer on with my fingers because I think it melts in better. So I don't know how wild I am about the sponge. Yeah, I'm already feeling better about it with my fingers. All right, ditch the sponge. I usually put like a little bit concealer at the corners of my mouth. And occasionally just like all the way around, depending on, you know, how much redness I'm experiencing. And maybe a little bit on the top of my chin. And then under the eyes, obviously, are, you know, because I'm fair and because I have small children, I tend to have bags under my eyes. So I am using I'll show you, I'm going to show you every angle of it except the one that's useful. Here's the outside. And this is the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Talc-Free Cushion Corrector and Primer Duo, which also has sunscreen. Since I'm trying to neutralize purple, I'm going to use the yellow part. If you want to neutralize red, you're going to use the green. This is all stuff that I'm very aware of lately because my daughter is learning about how colors mix together. So basically, to dispense the product, you take the sponge thing, and you push down once right here, and that puts it on your sponge. And then I'm gonna put this, I have not used this yet, I've just sort of like swatched it. I'm not sure how I feel about the shape of this thing. It's like not, like, you know where I have to get with yellow concealer is under my eyes, and if this doesn't get under my eyes, then I don't know how useful it is. I'm gonna do the other side. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be going in here with my fingers. If you take anything away from this video, I guess the message is fingers are the easiest way to apply concealer. I'm probably not supposed to dispense it that way. Don't tell Physicians Formula. My favorite yellow under eye concealer is Lemonade by Benefit, which I've used for years and years and years, and which I love. This is a little wetter than that. So I don't know, I don't not like this. Okay, so that's the color correcting corrector and primer. I actually like sort of how it looks on its own, but I think I will come in with a little bit more of the hashtag concealer, and just sort of like on the borders of where the yellow blends into the rest of my skin. I feel like I have actually a lot of makeup around my eye right now, and I'm not wild about that, to be perfectly honest. It feels very heavy. So this is probably, honestly, probably like, unless I have major bags under my eyes, I probably would skip the yellow corrector. And you know, with my eyes, like part of it is just the shape of them. Like if I'm tired, I'm gonna have this sunken area right here, which is never gonna be, you're never gonna 100% cover that up with concealer. So like the way the light is hitting my face really affects how the bags look. You know, look at that. So in person, actually, a concealer is very effective. On video, it might look like it's not doing that great of a job, but I promise you in real life, I look amazing. Okay, so our next Physicians Formula Super BB #InstaReady product is one that I'm actually very excited about. I like a lot. I bought it because it looked so ridiculous that it was one of those gimmicky ones where I was like, there's no way that works, and it's actually really great. And it is this little item. They call it the Contour Trio BB Stick. It's the Bronze Trio, and it's a contouring stick with like your 3 colors. It's got like a highlight, kind of a highlight. I guess there's a little bit of shimmer in here. There's a little bit of shimmer in the bronze, in that center like golden bronze, but the contour bronzer does not have any shimmer. So like this is like painfully simple to use, okay? This is how I use it. Put it sort of like, figure out where I want to contour. They're in the line of my cheekbones. Move this one random hair out of the way. And then I just sort of set it in the hollow of my cheekbone and swipe up. Et voila. And then I attempt to do it in the same place on the other side. So it's a lot easier when I have my full size mirror, but so for me, when I'm contouring with this product, I'm sort of drawing a line diagonally from the hollow of my cheek here up to my ear. And I aim to like get the top of this thing sort of at the top of where my ear and my hairline meet. And then you blend. And I take actually like a really light touch to blending this. I start at the top because that's where the lightest one is and sort of blend down. You can do it with a sponge. I sort of do it with my fingers because I did, again, like the melting effect I think is, you know, you use your body heat to sort of get everything cooked together. But I do try to blend down from the lightest one and then up from the darkest one and not mess it up too much. The way it deposits, if you get it in the right place, is actually pretty perfect. So there, and then, you know, my cheekbones are contoured. Boom, done, easy. So I'm going slowly today because I'm explaining things. Usually like what I've just done right now, especially because I don't, you know, usually take the extra step of a bonus concealer, I've done in like 45 seconds. Like it goes so fast. Ordinarily I use the Benefit eyebrow products, which I love, but I don't love their like spoolie gel. It's not tinted enough and I don't want to have to fill in with a pencil or powder every day. So for everyday quick, like, you know, out the door kind of makeup, I have been using the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara, which I love. So I'm just gonna put that on real fast now. It has sort of, it's really easy to use. The spoolie is a good size. It deposits, it's really buildable. It deposits, they're both awake now, by the way, giggling, I hear them. You know, it fills in, it shapes a little bit, but like really natural looking. I like to brush up and then smooth down. That's what works for the shape of my eyebrows. So if you could see them up close right now, I'd see like every little hair sticks up at the top until I sort of run with a very light touch down the outside. Those are mostly even. I mean, like I'm saying, this is like an everyday quick and dirty. If I'm really taking the time, I like fill in and shape, but I ain't about that today. So this is the Physicians Formula Butter Blush, which is a new one to me. This is in the shade Plum Rose. It has Muru Muru butter, so it's tropical, I guess, I don't know. cute little compact. This one opens up like this, and then there's another one of these little sponge brush thingies in it, which I don't, not gonna use that. It has a mirror in there. This blush smells so strongly of coconut. Like when I open the case, I can smell it from here. I put it on my face last night and like smelling coconut. I'm like, why do I smell like the beach? It smells like suntan oil. It smells like, you know, pina colada. Like this, Hawaii is what this smells like, which is nice. It's also like very strong. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm sold. So I'm not gonna use that sponge thing that came with it. The brush that I've been liking lately is this one by Real Techniques, is the buffing brush. So I'm just gonna, ooh, look at that powder fly. It smells so coconutty. If you love coconut, you'll be very happy. If you don't like strongly scented products, avoid this one. Now a lot of the time lately, I've actually been putting my blush on over my highlight, just to sort of like, I think for every day it makes it a little more subtle. I don't know. But I forgot to do that today, so we're gonna do highlight after. I have been super into highlighting lately. Like even if I'm just, you know, running out the door to like go to Target or, you know, take the kids someplace or something like that, I have been highlighting because it's fun, and I have a ton of highlighting products, and I keep getting more, and they're fun to use, and like I like it. I like the way it makes my skin look. I think it's great for summer. They're just a lot of fun things to use right now. Ordinarily, if I'm working with like a darker blush, a lot of times I'll want a fluffier brush, but I like this one for just patting on. It blends well, it's for buffing, right? So it buffs the blush into my face very nicely. And I go big or go home on blush. I don't do like little apple in the cheek. Like I like to look flushed. I like to look like a healthy glow. I smell so strongly of coconut. I'm not sold on the coconut scent. And then for highlighting, what I have been using a lot lately is this palette, the Ultra Contour Kit from Revolution, Makeup Revolution. And I actually have been, a lot of days, I will take one of the, no, not that one. One of these tiny little, these are by Eco Tools, these tiny little sponge brushes, and I'll do like just a little bit more contour down sort of the side of my jawline. Because I do have like I have a very round face, and anything I can do to sort of de-roundify just a little bit. I am by no means a contouring expert, so like if I can do this, you can do this. So I just go down, so my contour from my cheekbone comes up here, right? We did that with the stick. I just sort of like start right here, go down to about like the middle of my molars. And then blend back up into, you know, the idea is like where does the shadow hit on your face? You want to choose where, you know, where the shadow, I'm sorry, I'm so distracted by my not napping children. You know, pick where shadows are, where places where you have face where you would rather have shadow, that's where you're going to contour. And then there's actually like a really nice highlighter in here that I've been using almost like, and if you've anything I've posted on Instagram in the last few weeks, I've used this highlighter right here. But yesterday I got this Ultra Strobe Balm palette, which has in it 8 wabam beautiful colors. There's like a green one in here, and there's a blue tone, and there's a peach, and there's a couple of different golds and pinks. These looked fun. It was buy one get one 50% off, and a couple of the colors coordinate perfectly with the colors in the Kat Von D palette, highlighting palette, which I have. You know, I'm just, like I said, I'm playing with highlighter a lot these days, so these looked fun, so I bought them. I think I'm probably gonna go, like, I like these blue and green ones because they're fun, but I'm probably gonna go with something like a little more rosy, since I have a rose kind of thing going on with this blush, and go with this one. So Sometimes I will highlight with my fingers, sometimes I will highlight with one of these little Eco Tool sponges. Sometimes I'll do a little bit of both depending on where I am on my face. I just put this on my finger, so I'll probably just like, I do highlight the bridge of my nose. I think for summer especially, like you're supposed to strobe where the light hits you, right? Well, guess what? Boom. And then I always do my cheeks, and I'll like put it on with my finger and then blend it in with the sponge a little bit, like the tops of the cheekbones, which my favorite highlighter of all time is Benefit High Beam, which I've used for a long time, before highlighting got quite so cool. But now there's so many other things out there that I haven't been using it, but I like it because it's a liquid. You put like 3 dots like you would use Benetint, but at the top of your cheekbones. Yeah, that looks nice. And then I will highlight a little on my brow bones. And I'll do this even if I'm not going to wear eyeshadow. Because it looks nice and dewy and fresh. And then the other place that I never used to understand highlighting, but then I started doing it, was like, oh, that looks good. Cupid's bow, which is a little tricky when you first start because you don't want to end up with like shimmer all up in your nose. Just like, I just bounce the sponge sort of along. And there, look, I woke up like this. As far as eye makeup, I do usually wear eyeshadow most days because I enjoy putting it on, but if I'm in a rush, at this point that I would just go straight to mascara. I went into Ulta the other day and said to the gentleman who was helping me, okay, I don't care about length, I'm fine with length, make my lashes fat and thick and volumey. So he sold me on Benefit They're Real, the tinted primer and the mascara. I used the mascara when it first came out. I was not that impressed by it. I was not impressed by it at all, as a matter of fact. But my understanding is the formula has changed maybe since then, and the brush also possibly has changed. So he put it on me in the store. I already had like some other mascara on, so I didn't really... Anyway, I went for it. So this is the primer. Another reason that I wear eyeshadow every day is, I don't know if you can tell, but like already I gotta blend my concealer's creasing. So this is just the primer as opposed to nothing. So that's nice. It looks very natural. So I'm gonna put some mascara over it because I don't want to look natural. I want to look amazing. Naturally. Okay, so, and there's They're Real. The brush is like one of these super short plastic bristle ones. So you can really get in between the lashes. So there's the mascara with primer and just the primer. I don't know that it's the fullest, most volumey my lashes have ever looked, but I don't hate it. I want my lashes to look like I have false lashes on without, you know, the trouble of going to the trouble of putting on false lashes, but at a certain point, if I want that, I might just have to like get better at putting on false lashes. There are women in the world who wear them every day, and I could see myself being one of those women if I could just be better at putting on false lashes. You know, for me, like, mascara with no eyeshadow or very natural eyeshadow is like, that's my compromise. This is natural for me. But you could skip the mascara and still, you know, have a pretty like natural looking face. And then I like to do like a nude lip balm or a lip gloss with a little bit of something to it. So this is Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie. It's called Birthday Babe. This was the birthday gift from Ulta last year, and I ended up with a couple of these somehow. I don't know, but I did. And it has like a little, you know, it's got a little shimmer to it. It's got a little color to it. I really like the formula on this lip gloss. but it's not like, it's pink but not super in your face. And it's like a little minty, so your lips tingle a little bit, which I like. Alright, I'm gonna give this glitter argan oil another shot, but we're gonna do it in the hair. I'm gonna shake gently. And I'm gonna use more than 3 drops because I have a lot of hair. So I'm gonna use like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa! Pump the brakes, lady. I'll rub in my hands and then start sort of at the ends, because your scalp gets oily naturally on its own. It doesn't really need any help. At least my scalp doesn't. My hair is like a little glittery, but not problematic glittery, not inappropriately glittery. So there you have it. This is a fairly easy, everyday, natural kind of summer makeup routine. It goes a lot faster if you're not trying to talk and also keep an ear on your kids and explain everything at the same time. I promise when I do this, it really is just like 2-3 minutes, goes super fast. And that's because I do it every day, and you know, it's easy for me at this point because I know exactly, I've got like the routine down. So thanks for watching, and I am gonna go bust up a nap time party.